Good evening, friends. Meeting again in the session of Materia Medica, and we have finished nearly about many remedies from C series for the third year syllabus. The last remedy from the series C series is the Cyclamen Europaeum. And today we are going to learn this remedy. A very useful remedy in practice, specifically whenever the headache is very marked. Migrainal headache, this is one of the remedy one should not forget if the symptoms matches. Then it has also action on the female genitalia. Then on the eyes, it has very specific action. And that's why we have to learn many aspects of this remedy. It has been not well elaborated by the Allen, but still I will share one case a way back in my practice. She was a lady, 35 years of age, anemic woman, teacher by profession, came to me with a migrainal attack since 1 year. She told me that it has developed since last 1 year. I have taken many medicines and doctor have given me a migrainal tablet and they told me that whenever you have headache, you consume this, that's all. But nowadays, because of that, I'm getting more disturbed, more drowsy. So I don't want to take that. I want to take homeopathic treatment for that. And she explained whenever she used to get the headache, she used to get a dimness of vision. She used to get some stars in front of eyes. She used to get black spots in front of eyes. Sometimes shining objects triggers that and headache starts. All those typical of the migraine headache, those features were there. She had a very severe stitching type of pain. She had a headache many times, it is one-sided. Then she told, generally it happens that it starts on right side, then it goes to the left side, and then again it goes to the right side. After looking to these features, we used to come to very close remedies. But there were many things which were associated. She said that this happens to be there more before menses, and it increases too much on day of menses, and once menses appears, the headache stops. That was one important modality. During all those things, she has become much VP. She said that many times during the headache, I get a double vision. I used to see people and they look double. That is one important feature which she has mentioned. So headache, which is of a stitching type, drawing type, she said, whenever I goes in open air, it gets aggravated. And whenever I am in a warm room, I feel better. Then she has explained one more modality that whenever she has done the cold bathing, taking the cold bathing, her headache was increased tremendously. And whenever the headache, since last 1 year, when this problem has started, I don't want to get mixed with people. I don't like company. I want to be alone. I want to remain alone. That's what her complaint was. Then I took history. How is your job? Whether how many times you take the bunks because of this headache and how it affects your school. She said, Doctor, since last 10 years of my service, I have not taken a single bunk. Even I get a severe headache. Generally, it used to happen early in the morning when my day starts. Even it happens at that time. I generally never takes a bunk. I used to go to school. I used to teach. I never stopped doing the work. Then I put a question, why don't you take a rest? She said, how can it be? I cannot. It's my duty. If I don't do my duty, it will hurt me more than my headache. I cannot tolerate that. That is very difficult. 10 years, not a single day she has taken a bunk. Very important for me. Question was that there are many futures. Someone comes to the leccan because it goes from right to left, again left to right, left to right. So you can think of leccan comes closer. Considering solitude fond of, you can come to the natrum, you're again a migraine headache. With anemia and a weak lady, you can think about the pulsatile also, but pulsatile craves open ear, here it aggravates the open ear. So there are many combinations which are there in this specific patient. So better to take help of repertory. That's what I have done at that time. Just for your sake, I'm just sharing my screen. This is what, this is not the screen which I have, this repertorization, I will going to show you only few symptoms. There are many features. You can see the, are you able to see the screen? There are 6 rubrics which are very important. One is head pain, headache, forehead, sides, right, left, then back to the right. The first important rubric, very important rubric of cyclamen. Then pain, headache, stitching, menses, appearance of ameliorates. Second important rubric. Mind, grief, duty over neglected. That is third important rubric. Company, aversion to solitude, desire for cyclamen, again mentioned for 3 marks. Vision, dim, headache during 4 marks cyclamen. Female genitalia, menses scanty. That is another feature in that patient. And there was a one important symptom which has been mentioned by Rajan sir in cyclamen, was terror of conscience. What he has mentioned is the terror of conscience. He has explained this specific rubric and case in his Soul of Remedy. So remedy was very fixed in my mind, the cyclamen, depending upon all those features. And I have selected cyclamen. I have given cyclamen to her in 1 m potency, 3 doses, and next day 3 doses. That's all. I have kept her on placebo. I want to see the result at that time because it was early in my practice. Nearly about 1998-99 case was. So I have given cyclamen, and to my surprise, when patient returned after 10 days, she was very happy. She said, "Doctor, I got one headache, but that was not of severe quality, and it disappeared within span of 2-3 hours. I have not taken single migrainil in last 10 days, and still I'm feeling much better, and basically I'm feeling very happy after that." And she was completely out of that state. So I have continued her placebo, and I have used the cyclamen off and on in once in 2 months or 3 months, and she was completely recovered from the headache. So cyclamen is a wonderful remedy specifically in such types of migrainal headache, where the symptoms matches whenever the flickering of eyes, glistening over there, the shining objects affects with one side from right to left, left to right, associated with scanty menses. This remedy is the wonderful remedy for such patients. So this remedy we are going to learn from the Allen's notes. He has mentioned few important features about the cyclamen. This is the remedy from the vegetable kingdom. Dr. Samuel Hahnemann was the prover. The common name is sawbread. It is from the Primulaceae family. Best suited for leukophlegmatic persons with anemic and chlorotic conditions. Anemia is very marked with this. Anemia, anemic or chlorotic. Chlorotic is again anemic, pallor. Easily fatigued because of anemia, and in consequence not inclined to any kind of labor. So they don't go for, they don't do any kind of labor because they get exhausted, very easily exhausted. Feeble or suspended functions of organs or special senses. So see, the because of the headache, because of the weakness, because of the anemia, there is loss of strength is there. The feeble-minded, they cannot come to the conclusions because of that. And another important thing is that the special functions gets affected. The eyes, there is a dimness of vision. Eyes, there is diplopia, dullness. These are features which happens to be there more common with this remedy. Pale chlorotic, so paleness is more marked. You can catch on face. Chlorotic, again anemic, deranged menses. Menses get disturbed. Theorem or pulsatilla, which are where you get the deranged menses, accompanied by vertigo, headache, and dim vision. So vertigo is there, headache is there, and dim vision is there. These are three important things which you can observe over there. The pains are pressive, drawing, tearing of the parts. So pains in head which are pressive, as if someone is pressing over there, they are drawing, someone is pulling inside, tearing of the parts where the bones lie near the surface. So whenever the pains are there near the bones, they are tearing time as if someone is tearing that part. Elements. Elements from suppressed grief or terrors of conscience. That is very important word which is used. And this is terror of conscience. Never done a neglected duty. Not at all. They get suffered whenever they do go for neglecting the duty, they suffer a lot. Terrors of conscience from duty not done or bad act committed. And that because of that, they are absolutely disturbed. Absolutely. Never wants to do anything wrong. This is terror of conscience which is present in Cyclamen. They want always they are ethical persons and they want to do ethically. Great sadness and peevishness, irritable, morose, the ill-humored. Morose means a sadness which is appearing on face because of the chronic headache, because of the weakness, because of the anemia. This morose state is quite common. The irritability develop because of the same thing. These are the people, they are ill-humored. They are quite serious, never makes a jokes. Inclined to weep, desire for solitude, very important feature, comes closer to natramine. Aversion to open air, reverse of pulsatilla. Pulsatilla craves open air, here there is an aversion to the open air. See, the features are very typical where you can differentiate remedies very easily. Headache in anemic patients. So this is one more feature one can think. Headache in anemic features, pulsatilla is there, natramure is there. This is one more remedy. With flickering before eyes or dim vision on rising in the morning. So headache always starts in the morning. Headache always associated with flickering before the eyes. Headache is always there with the anemic patients. Flickering before eyes, the fiery sparks as of various colors, glittering needles, dim vision of a fog or smoke. So vision is, eye complaints are very important. Vision is dim, there is diplopia, there is fogginess, there is glittering needles which are seen over there. There are fiery sparks which are observable. There are many colors which you can observe. Satiety after few mouthfuls. Patient consumes something and there is satiety. Very important feature. Looks like lycopodium. In lycopodium also, the appetite is good, but few mouthful fills the stomach. Food then becomes repugnant, causes nausea in throat and palate. So patient consumes some food and the patient starts getting the nausea. That is very typical with the cyclamen. Saliva and food has a salty taste. Pork disagrees. Pork means meat from pigs, that is pork. Pork disagrees. Saliva and all food has salty taste. Menses, the female genital symptoms, which are very characteristic of this remedy. Menses are too early, too profuse, black and clotted, So they are too early, too profuse, they are black, they are clotted, their menses are membranous, too late, pale and scanty. Exactly opposite is there with the pulsatilla. Better during the flow. That is another feature you can get over there in this, that they are better during the flow. In this Materia Medica, he has not mentioned about scanty menses, but cyclamen has a scanty menses also. It is given for 4 marks in the repertory. Burning sore pain in the heels when sitting, standing, or walking in open air. So there is severe burning in the soles. So burning sore pain in the heels, agaricus, causticum, valeriana, the phytolacca, these are the remedies which are very specific for that feature. So this remedy, if you consider a remedy for, very good remedy for migrainal attack associated with all those typical features, this cyclamen is good answer. Compare pulsatilla, the cinchona, the ferrum in chlorosis and anemic affections. Crocus thuja as if something alive in the abdomen. Same sensation we can get in cyclamen also, something alive in the abdomen. General modalities, the aggravation is in open air, the cold water, cold bathing, menses aggravated by sitting and lying at night. So menses gets aggravated by lying down at night or by sitting. Amelioration by walking, that is very typical. In amelioration in warm room, indoors, inside the room, amelioration of menses by walking. The exactly opposite is leukorrhea. Leukorrhea is aggravated by sitting and ameliorated by walking. The remedies are cactus and the cocculus. These are two remedies where leukorrhea is aggravated by sitting and ameliorated by walking. This remedy is the having action nearly about 14 to 20 days. This is the action of this remedy. Generally, in low potency, you can repeat this. In high potency, you should not repeat this remedy. Remedies and antidotes, the camphor, coffea, and pulsatilla. These are the 3 antidotes for the remedy: coffea, camphor, and pulsatilla. And the remedies that follows well in this remedy, they are phosphorus, pulsatilla, sepia, and sulfur. These are the remedies which follows the cyclamen very common. So we have seen the aspects which are related with the typical head, eyes. These are the features which are very characteristic of this remedy. And one important feature one should not forget is the terror of conscience. There is a feeling that they cannot neglect the duty, and if they neglect the duty, they feel ashamed of it. That grief is always there with them. So this is our very common remedy in our day-to-day practice for migraine types of headache. And in migraines, if it is 100% matching, go for high potency. Don't repeat too much and see for the wait for the results. You will get very good results with the cyclamen. So that's all for today. If any query is there, we'll have a chat. Otherwise, we finish. Tomorrow there will be no session about the materia medica. Tomorrow we'll have a gap.
सर
Yes.
हॅलो
हा बोला सर.
सर म्हटलं जो सर म्हटलं आपण जो मेडिसिन ड्युरेशन 14 टू 20 डेज सांगितलं सायक्लामिनचा किंवा कोणत्या मेडिसिनचा,
हा.
मग तोपर्यंत आपण मेडिसिनची ऍक्शनची वाट बघायची का काय म्हणजे तो पॉइंट क्लिअर नाही झालेला तुला.
Medicinal action म्हणजे how they have considered the action. This has been calculated. This work is done by Gibson and Miller. So remedy whenever given for the proving, right from the proving till the last symptom appeared, that period was taken as a consideration of duration of action. And so this remedy has tentatively 14 to 20 days action. But you cannot calculate when things are dynamic, and they varies from individual to individual. But this, if you consider this period, you must consider the depth of action of the remedy. If you go with the boric smut remedica at the end, where Gibson-Miller's remedy relationship is mentioned, you go with the remedies. There are many remedies which have action for more than 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, 60 days. Those are very, very deep acting remedies. So basically, you have to take into consideration this duration of action in order to understand the depth of action. Second important thing, if it has been mentioned that 40 to 20 days action should not repeat in between. If you had a given hypertension, wait for some days, keep on placebo. You should not go on repeating that remedy in that period. That's the significance of duration of action.
Okay.
There was one
Thank you.
question by Gopalan sir, if want to antidote remedy, how much dose should be given? My suggestion is that simple to give the coffee. Generally, strong coffee antidotes the action of homeopathic medicines immediately. I used to utilize that, and that works a lot. So instead of giving any specific antidote in potentized form and then its symptoms sometimes appear, it is better to give a strong coffee and patients is antidoted by it. This is my common utilization of it.
So then those person who are taking coffee, homeopathy will not work.
Yes, it gets antidoted. Action never persists.
Daily morning everybody is taking coffee, no? Coffee
No,
or tea.
it is your duty to tell them that to stop the coffee. I used to tell them directly, if you want to take the coffee, don't take homeopathic remedy.
Tea
Hello,
we
sir.
can take. Tea will not antidote, no, sir?
Huh?
Tea?
Tea will
Tea
not
also
going
will
to, tea will not generally antidote. Camphor is one of the important antidote. Coffee is one of the important antidote. These are two, and tobacco, third one.
Hello,
Yes.
hello, sir.
Yeah, Shubhangi.
Sir, I have a case. Hello, sir.
Huh.
Hello.
Yes, bol.
Sir, I have a case. One patient of 51 years old. She is having a complaints of PID, means pelvic prolapse intervertebral disc,
Hmm.
L1 and L2, L3.
Hmm.
Since I think 18 to 20 years, she is
Hmm.
having this complaint.
Hmm.
Now she is unable to walk. She has a heaviness in the legs,
Hmm.
below knee, and all complaints. But sir, she is very fastidious, very means obsessive compulsive disorder म्हणतो ना आपण, त्या प्रकारातच आहे ती. म्हणजे means whole day she is cleaning the house, cleaning the clothes, cleaning all, means whole day she is working. So much pain is there, still she is working. So we consider this is as a arsenic. We give her arsenicum album in LM potency. For after 1 month, no recovery is there. Nothing.
Madam, have you repertorized the case?
Yes, sir.
Then if you take the rubric compulsive disorders, then you will get plenty of remedies. It is not only arsenic
Yes.
who is fastidious.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
is
sir.
first important thing. Second important
Yes,
thing,
sir.
she is having pelvic prolapse intervertebral disc. So the
Yes.
pathology is there, and the pathology
Yes.
which is not covered under the arsenic album. You must think
Huh.
the remedy when you are thinking to give that remedy to the patient, that at least this
Yes.
remedy has the capacity to dissolve the disc.
Hmm.
So you have to think in that direction. If she is not able to walk, it means that spinal canal stenosis is there. If spinal
Yes, sir.
canal stenosis is there with heaviness in lower extremities and she is not able to pull on or put the
Hmm.
steps, then you have to take
Hmm.
out the whole totality, out of which you have to find it out a remedy which has that depth. You can think about
Yes.
plumbum, you can think about causticum, you can think about the
Yes, sir.
kali carbonicum,
Rest of,
but arsenic will not going to do anything in such types of cases. Naphthalum is
we
very
give
important
importance for
remedy.
OCD.
Hmm?
Huh. We give
Naphthalum.
only importance to OCD, also obsessive
No,
compulsive. That
no.
only.
Obsession is there with many remedies. You take the rubric compulsive disorder. from complete repertory or
Huh.
synthesis. You will get plenty of
Huh.
remedies. More than 100 remedies
Yes.
are there.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Consuming alcohol while homeopathic medicine does affect the action of remedy. Yes, definitely action of remedy gets hampered. Generally, all those, the fourth aphorism, what Dr. Hahnemann sir said, you should be likewise preserver of health if you know the things that deranges the health and remove them from the persons in state of health. It is your duty to tell the patient, if you are consuming alcohol, don't go for homeopathy. You should be very firm while telling that, because it affects the human nature. So that's why, no, it is not advised to take the homeopathic medicine, alcohol during the homeopathic medicine.
Hello, sir.
Hmm?
Hello.
बोला.
Sir, one of my patients say, sir, एक patient आहे ती continuously म्हणते आहे की I want love, happiness, appreciation, I want mental peace, my body wants rest, needs rest. ती थोडीशी फ्रस्ट्रेटेड आहे. याच्यासाठी मला परफेक्ट रुब्रिक नाही सुचून राहिलंय. म्हणजे काय हार्मनी डिझायर फॉर गिव्ह की ट्रँक्विलिटी विचार करावा लागेल. सेन्सिटिव्ह आहे ती. ऍक्च्युली मदर इन लॉ, डॉटर इन लॉ मध्ये म्हणजे पेशंट आणि तिच्या मदर इन लॉ मध्ये थोडीशी नोकझोक होते. ती अँगर तेवढी अँगर सप्रेस करते, म्हणजे ती एक्सप्रेस करत नाही. आणि तिची मदर इन लॉचं थोडंसं म्हणजे छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टीची तिची म्हणजे कसं इंटरफरन्स सुरू राहते किचन मध्ये. तिला ते नकोय. तर याच्यासाठी परफेक्ट रुब्रिक काय आहे?
Whatever her futures are there, which are obstructing her, domination elements from anger, elements from anger suppressed, all those things are there. You take those rubrics and find it out a remedy.
ओके ओके. बट पेशंट 2-3दा हे म्हणतोय, तर मग याला इम्पॉर्टन्स नको देऊ की आय वॉन्ट लव्ह,
What
हॅपीनेस,
she wants is, that is one more rubric you can take. She wants to, quite wants to be. Desires,
ओके.
that you can quite wants to be. That is one rubric, but that will not going to give you a single remedy. You have to repertorize.
नाही. हा. नाही, रेपर्टरेस ते तर मी केलंय. सर नॅट्रामूर येते आहे, नॅट्रामूर इग्नेशिया. तिला ग्रीफ पण आहे. तर त्याच्यासाठी मला तेच दोघांमध्ये म्हणजे हे याच्यासाठी मी रुब्रिक विचार करत होते, तर म्हणून विचारलं. ओके ओके सर.
Quite wants to be, you can think of it.
पण तिला शांत
Tranquility
राहायचं
there
म्हणजे.
for
ओके 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 ओके. थँक्यू. हार्मनी डिझायर फॉर हे पण विचार करू शकतो ना?
that is another rubric, but harmony desire for comes whenever the things patient explains that, doctor, in our home there is a disturb, all things are disturbed, I want to bring back them again. That is harmony desire for.
ऍक्च्युली ते मदर इन लॉ, फादर इन लॉ मध्ये नोकझोक सुरू राहते ना. तिने
Hmm.
सांगितलं की कंटिन्यू शुरू रहता है, मुझे हैप्पीनेस चाहिए, खुश रहो भाई, लव चाहिए, हैप्पीनेस, अप्रिशिएशन चाहिए. ओके ओके. ठीक आहे सर, मी बघते काही कॉम्बिनेशन बघून.
Okay.
थँक्यू सर.
There is one question by Dr. Prasad Kulkarni. Sir, if mentals are of cyclamen and there is any type of disease, can we give it? If it is 100% cyclamen, indicating cyclamen, yes, you can give. But basically think about it, what type of disorder is there? The pathology you have to take into consideration while prescribing a remedy. That's what my suggestion is there always. So always take into consideration what pathology, whether the remedy has that depth to reach over there. If it has, then only that remedy will going to work. Okay. So that's all for today. We'll meet on Friday, not tomorrow, for 8 o'clock lecture. Evening lecture, philosophy lecture will be there. Thank you and good night.